Okay, so numbers can be classified into different sets according to their characteristics. So if we think about the easiest, or the type of number that is, I guess, the easiest type of number, or the number that you're most familiar with, what type of numbers are those? Or give me an example of those types of numbers. Like, how do we, if we were to count something, what type of numbers do we use? Yeah, give me an example. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And generally those numbers came about because we've got how many? Yep, 10 fingers, 8 fingers, 2 thumbs. And we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And those are called, does anybody know the name of that group of numbers? Sorry, does everybody have that bit down? They're called, it begins with N, natural numbers. Okay, now I'm going to draw this out. You may want to wait until the very end to draw it. And so the first one we've got is natural numbers. And as an example, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are our natural numbers. Dead easy. Those are the first kind of numbers that, I guess, people invented. And they have a special symbol to show the natural numbers, and the special symbol is an N that looks like that. Okay? So that shows that I'm talking about the natural numbers. So it's 2 lines down, and then just and we can do quite a lot with natural numbers. We can add, we can subtract natural numbers. 5 plus 4 is 9. 3 take away 2 is 1. What about 3 take away 3? 0. But is 0 a natural number? No, it's not. It's not included in there. 0 is a part of the, what is called, whole numbers. So 0, 1, and so on. So whole numbers include 0. Negative numbers came about. And so that's the next part. So we've got natural numbers, whole numbers, and then we need to include negative numbers into that. But it's got a special name. We don't just say it's just negative. We call these, you may know this word, integers. Okay, have you heard of integers? All right, so integers are all of the negative numbers including, and then 0, and then all of the positive numbers. And they get a special symbol. And their special symbol is, it's not an I, it is a Z. Okay. So those are the integers. So integers are all negative, 0, and positive numbers. You okay on it? No. So then what came after integers? Yes, but even kind of before decimals? You're right, but be more specific. No, well, odd numbers would be included in natural numbers. Yeah, fractions, okay? Fractions. And fractions can be written as decimals, but there's some decimals that we can't include, okay? So that's why we don't put decimals. But we can include fractions. So maybe the farmer turned around and said, well, I don't want a whole sheep. I only want half of a sheep. And could happen. So then they have to cut per sheep up. Sorry, maybe I should be talking about carrots. They only wanted half a carrot for any vegetarians. Sorry, Emily, I know you're... So, and we call, so the integers, whole numbers, and natural numbers, we call these rational numbers, okay? Now, why do you think we use rational? We said that this is any number that can be written as a fraction. What word in rational stands out? Ratio, right, okay, ratio. And ratio is kind of like another way of writing a fraction. If you have something in ratio, it's like a fraction. And they get a special symbol. And their special symbol is it's like a fancy Q. Okay? So a fancy Q like that means it has to be a rational number. So we'll put down some examples. Give me an example of a rational number then. So again louder. Yep, 1 over 4. Give me another one. 5 over 6. What about 7? Is 7 a rational number? Why is it a rational number, Javian? I could... 7 over what would make it 7? Yeah, 7 over 1. 7 is a rational number. It can be written as a fraction because it's the same as 7 over 1. That's a fraction, yeah? What about the number 12? Yeah, 12 over 1, or even 24 over 2. I'll put yours as well, Josh. 12 over 1. So as long as it can be written as a fraction, it is a rational number. All right, now, after rational numbers, okay, we have another type, but I'm going to put them in a separate box over here. And these ones are called, if you're not rational, you are irrational. Yep, these are irrational numbers. Just need to fix this. Irrational numbers. Now, they don't get a special symbol. And this is what we're going to look at today. We're going to find out what irrational numbers are. And all of these numbers together, they're all part of the group of numbers which are called, what are you going to say? Special type of numbers. These are all the real numbers. All right. Okay, so all of these numbers come under real numbers. And real numbers gets a special symbol. I'll talk about them in a second. Real numbers get a special symbol, and that is an R. It looks like that. Okay, so that is our real numbers.